So today I'm going to do a deep dive on the pace partners. There's something Halloween related going on. We've got some pace partners that have some sort of Halloween unlock. I'm going to check that out. I've also seen a lot of scuttlebutt about there being something wrong with the draft or people being mad that they can't stay with the pace partner at the recommended wattage. And I have theories about that. I'm going to test them. And we'll also see what these Halloween pace partners are all about. So the way to ride with them, come over here and click on the pace partners. They're only in Watopia. This is true even outside of the Halloween ones. They're always only in Watopia. Let's see, we've got 3 Halloween options here. I think 1 to 2.4 is probably going to be too easy. Let's do this. I do need a recovery ride, but if my theory is correct, this should still be a recovery ride. And we're going to ride with Carlin. Drops you in at speed. It looks like there's some sort of alien head thing going on here with Cosmic Carlin. So the complaint I've seen a lot of recently is that the pace partners' paces are not as advertised. Now, I think that what's going on is the pace partners are actually riding exactly the pace they're supposed to be, but 2 things are happening. One is the pace partner is probably not the exact same weight and height as you. So all the gradients on the road affect them differently. And then also the drafting is going to affect them differently. And with such a big group, all trying to get right next to the beacon, Zwift is always kind of making some riders go forward and some riders go backward. And what I've always heard in a crit is if you're not going forward, you're going backward. So I'm at the back of this group and I'm really only having to do about 2.3, 2.1 consistently to stay in here at the moment. But that's with the pace partner being kind of toward the back of the group. If the pace partner moves up, I'll have to move up. But I think some people joining these rides are paying too much attention to their own watts per kilogram and not enough to the nature of the group. A lot of what's good about these pace partners is it's a really good way to practice being intentional about your positioning in a group on Zwift, which is something I'm learning the hard way that I wasn't as good at as I thought I was. I feel like I really botched it in ZRL number 3, Richmond course. I did too much to get too far forward early, and then when it really counted, I was back in the 90s. Learning how to really surf the draft and really claim your spot in these groups, super important. So we'll see if I can stay here long enough to get the multiplier going. I think when you fill that orange bar up, and it's just based on the amount of time you spend close to the pace partner, once you fill that bar up, you get a multiplier on your drops. You also get one of these little Halloween costumes temporarily. So I'm getting really close to unlocking the first drops multiplier here. And what I'm noticing is no matter what's going on, you got to be super keyed into the orange beacon right there. And it's almost like in real life how you watch kind of the shoulders of the riders a couple ahead of you to predict the speed of the peloton and kind of surge up and down. Oh, got the multiplier 1.2. So I've unlocked the head here. It's almost impossible to tell who anybody is in this group, though. That's part of the problem with the pace partner, I think. Everybody wants to be close to him, so the group is like really swarming and changing positions. But yeah, you got to keep a constant watch on the beacon right there, and basically only tailor your effort to getting closer to the beacon and not overdoing your surges. Like, here we go. Quick little surge there, and I'm already backed off, but I'm going to keep moving up. Because once I'm up to speed, I'm going to be slingshotting through people's drafts. So it's basically the same as the normal pace partner for the Halloween special thing here. The addition is just these huge alien heads and jetpacks and costumes that are blocking everyone's view. So as I'm nearing the second unlock here, doing a pretty good job of staying right with the beacon, but I'm being reminded of something I heard on a podcast. I believe it was Mitch Docker's Life in the Peloton podcast. Someone was talking about in these big groups, you get what's called the washing machine effect, which is basically some portion of the group is going forward and some portion is going backwards. It's just mixing the Peloton like a washing machine. And they said to save energy, you really want to focus on making those circles smaller. The bigger a circle you have, the more of an effort it is to get from the back to the front. So riding with these pace partners, it really is key to keep your circle pretty small around the beacon, not go too far back or too far forward. And that does require a lot of small adjustments constantly. Right now I need to do a little dig to speed up. What I'm finding is this pace partner must weigh more than I do, because on the uphills I'm going out the front and on the downhills I'm going out the back. And once I match the speed, it's pretty easy to stay in, but when the gradient changes, I have to do something to change my speed to match the speed of the beacon. So yeah, I think a lot of the people who are complaining about the pace of the pace partners would probably be happier doing an erg mode workout, because what they don't like is having to do those micro accelerations, which are part and parcel of group riding, whether it's on Zwift or in the real world. Works a little differently in Zwift than in the real world. Hey, it looks like I got the unlock 1.4. I think I am going to turn off here and do a little climbing before I log off rather than sticking with the pace partner. I think I got enough drops for the day and figured out what this thing's all about. Let's see if I can see myself. Yeah, there I am, map kit. All right, let's turn off later, pace partner. Now here's the final question for the Halloween pace partner. When I turn off, do I keep my costume? Let's find out. We're about to split off the group here. Oh no, costume's gone. So, I don't know, Halloween pace partner, kind of interesting to do something different, but you don't really get anything lasting out of it. So, I'm off. I'm going to climb the climb the Epic KOM. Get a few meters in before I log off here. That was fun.